What's up, guys? Swift here. The Bears were back at Hallis Hall for the 5th training camp practice today. They were not in pads. Flus said pads will happen between today and Wednesday, but it's been confirmed that pads are coming on tomorrow. The team had full participation in practice with the exception of tight end Chase Allen. Guys who stood out early in the 1v1s were our two offensive tackles. Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright were looking really good early on, even without pads on. Darnell Wright pancaked Trevis Gibson at one point, and Braxton Jones did the same to Rasheem Green. Both guys looked really physical today. Robert Tonyan made a nice play versus Eddie Jackson, coming down with a big catch, and Darnell Mooney looked really smooth on a route against Kyler Gordon. I love seeing Mooney back to 100%. DJ Moore got matched up against Jalen Jones in the 1v1s and burnt him for an easy touchdown. DJ is consistently taking his catches to the end zone, and his examples rubbing off on other receivers. The first play outside of the 1v1s that really stood out was Tyreek Stevenson intercepting a Justin Fields pass that was intended for Chase Claypool. Tyreek made a great play and jumped the route. He made a couple of big plays today and might have had his best practice so far in camp. I've heard some negative takes about Fields for throwing the pick, but in a real game that pass would have never been made. Gervon Dexter absolutely blew up the interior of the line on the play and forced Fields to throw a bad pick. It was the most dominant play Dexter has shown off so far in camp. I expect more splash plays from him once the pads come on, but he absolutely blew up the middle of the line and was immediately in Fields' face. In a real game, it would have been a sack, but since it's practice and you can't sack the QB, Fields lofted up a pass and threw an interception, but the play was made by Gervon. In the post-practice press conference, Cody Whitehair singled out Gervon Dexter, calling him Big Dex, and saying he will be a good player in the NFL for a long time. Big words from a veteran offensive lineman. Justin Jones also went out of his way to praise Gervon as well. Jones said he was amazed that Dexter benches 500 pounds and just talked about his unreal strength. Today was by far Dex's best practice. It was also good seeing Tyreek Stevenson make some plays. He had gotten beat by DJ Moore a couple of times early in camp, but he had a great day today. Elsewhere on the defensive line, DeMarcus Walker was in the backfield a lot again. He beat Darnell Wright for one pressure. Terrell Lewis also continues looking impressive on the line. He might be the story of camp so far. He's a guy that had been completely written off, but looks explosive and more like the guy I watched tape on at Alabama. He's made plays every single day of camp so far. I hope he continue that once the pads come on. DeAnthony Jones has also made some nice plays, but he hasn't dominated except for one practice. I can't wait to see him with the pads on though. Eberflus finally confirmed that tomorrow we will have pads on. That's what I'm talking about. Justin Fields looked very comfortable in the offense again today. Whatever work him and Luke Getsy put in over the offseason clearly looks like it paid off. His footwork, timing, anticipation, and throwing motion all look a lot smoother than they did last year. The offense just looks more functional. Getsy implemented a lot of pre-snap movements and motions today, and they do a really good job of confusing the defense. Fields has also worked on spreading the ball out more and taking what the defense gives him. The second-team offensive line had some changes today as newcomer Aviante Collins worked at left tackle with Alex Leatherwood at left guard. I figured Leatherwood would be in competition for the swing tackle role, but he's been playing guard almost exclusively after spending his time at right tackle last year. I don't think that's a good sign, honestly. Today, D'Onta Foreman had the best day out of the running backs. He got a lot of time with the first team, rotating with Khalil Herbert. It's clear the people who were saying Roschon had passed him on the depth chart were already overreacting. Foreman made a couple of nice cuts and showcased his burst. He also caught a couple passes out of the backfield. As far as the receivers go, Chase Claypool was by far the player of the day today. He had an active practice and caught passes all day long from both Justin Fields and PJ Walker. It seemed like he was featured today, and he made a ton of big plays. Awesome day for Chase, including back-to-back tough catches in the red zone. DJ Moore didn't have as many big home run plays as he has early in camp, but he still continues making plays and is a guy that defenses will have to game plan for this season. Fields was 8 for 10 in team drills and spread the ball around a lot. He got rid of the ball quickly and he took several checkdowns. The unknown player who was a standout today with 2 interceptions was rookie undrafted free agent Braylon Trahan. I searched far and wide this morning, and you will be hard-pressed to find any information out there on Trahan other than the breakdown I did when we signed him. I'll post that video in the description below if you guys want a refresher on Braylon Trahan. My biggest takeaway was he had 13 career interceptions and over 300 yards on interception returns. He tries to take every pick to the house. He's a feisty, competitive safety who went to the same college as Peanut Tillman. He had 2 interceptions today and definitely made an impression. He picked off Justin Fields once and PJ Walker once today. Also, I have a quick update on special teams. Aaron Cruikshank has gotten a lot of opportunities returning punts and kicks, and he could challenge Velus Jones for the starting job. Dante Pettis has been out, but he is a solid punt returner. Coach Hightower said that Devin Hester shared some tips with him this offseason that he shared with Velus on how to beat the ball to the spot on punt returns and how to improve on fielding the ball. You love to hear that. Tyler Scott also has gotten time returning punts. Right now that job is up for grabs, but I still think Velus is the favorite to win it. One underrated aspect of camp I've noticed is the range of TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. They just fly around the field, and they're going to make this defense look completely different. There were a couple of mishandled snaps and pre-snap penalties today. Eberflus was not happy and will clear up the sloppiness tomorrow when the pads come on. The depth chart is going to start working itself out over the next 2 weeks. I'm working on a positions battles video highlighting the biggest battles of camp, and I'm working hard on the Tyler Scott All-22, which will be out this week. My big Justin Fields video won't be out for a few weeks. I want to finish up the Tyler Scott, Noah Sewell, and Andrew Billings All-22s first. Then I will work on that one, but it will be out before the season starts for sure. I appreciate everybody who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.
Yeah, we icy. We going for that ring. We about to go golf. Let's go to the swing. So, yeah.